Hi everybody, Jeff here from carbuyingtips.com. You're looking here at a broken air conditioner blower motor here, and maybe you've heard this sound coming out of your own dashboard and wondering why your air conditioner isn't working. Well, this is what it looks like here, and you'll see as we zoom in, you can see that center spindle there, how the big plastic blower fins have come separated from that, and that's typically what happens with this part on many SUVs and trucks. So today we're going to show you how you can repair that yourself in just a few minutes, saving hundreds of dollars from going to the dealer. Now you won't have to undo the whole dashboard like we did. We just did it to expose the blower motor. All you'll have to do is the under part of the dash. Now there's 3 of these bolts here that hold the blower motor housing onto the underside of the dash. They are a 5/32 hex bolt. You can also unscrew the bolt with a T25 Torx bit. Might be different on your car. So there's 3 bolts. There's the second one, that's sort of on the front left, and you can see the third one way in the back on the back there. You just need to get at them and unscrew them. You can see to get access at them, all we had to do was lower just that lower kick plate beneath the dash. Now here we are removing the blower fan after unscrewing the 3 bolts. And here you can see we're getting our very first look at exactly why this thing was busted. See how it's just wobbling here? Because right there your center spindle is broken. I always felt this was a flaw in their design. It shouldn't just be one of those half moon type deals that secures it on there. I always thought it should have been like a star pattern on the center hub, and the thing should fit tightly around the star pattern. But hey, I'm just an engineer. Nobody listens to me. So now, what you want to try to do now is to unplug that little plug right there. That's what separates the blower motor housing and everything from the bottom of the dashboard. That's acting like a umbilical cord right now, connecting it. So we're just going to release it, and then we'll have the blower motor and the whole assembly out in our hands. So there we are, we unplugged it, and now we've got it. We own possession of it. And you can see how the plastic blower part just came right off of it. It's supposed to be, attached on there, with that clip. So now it's time to go to the auto parts store and pick up your part. Okay, so you can see here, looking at the spindle, the center spindle here of the motor, it's got a flat edge to it there. So this isn't a full circle here, it is a sort of like a half circle. And when you put the fan, the blower part here on, you can see it's expecting to see a half moon circle there, but it's not because it got stripped. See, so it's spinning around in place. Well, here you can see on the left is the old blower motor part, and on the right is the newer part. Now you can see how the one on the right it looks all brand new. It's got the clip on there over the spindle, and it also has little tiny balancing weights scattered around it. So you want to make sure that the one you buy has balancing weights, so it will spin quieter. And those cost more money, of course, but they're worth the extra money. Don't go cheap on this one. Okay, so here we are back in the GX 470 here, and we're about to install the blower motor, which, as you can see, I've already got the lower panel unsnapped out under the glove box, and it's going to go right back up there where I removed it from last night. There's its hole, and that's the power connector. Now this takes 3 bolts here, these little screws. And it's hard to really get a good focus on it, but you can see it's actually a hex, and at the same time there's a star driver in there, and they call this Torx. This is actually a T25 bit in my car. Now in your car it could be different. So I have here, there's the driver for it. It's a T25 star driver that I use here. See the star shape? And it also will work with a 5/16 inch driver, which I happen to have as well. So I can use either one of these to put it back in. So really, it should be the same theory in no matter what vehicle you have, whether you get Toyota, Lexus, or Ford, or whatever. It's just a matter of finding where is your blower and how do you get it out. Same type of thing. They all sort of work the same. And I would suggest getting one that has like a lifetime warranty like I did with this one. If you get the other cheapy ones, they only have a 1-year warranty. And you got to read the reviews of your model before you buy it, because too many people complain that they put them in and they whine or they squeal because the manufacturer does not do a good job of balancing the motor. So you see those metal clips on there? That's how you know that they balanced it. And even then, they could probably still screw up. But if you don't see any metal clips on there, I'd be kind of skeptical myself. All right, so let's put it back in. Our first step, of course, is going to be to put this connector back on here. So I'm going to try to do this one-handed. You can see it's got a groove on it there, and the groove there should line up to the grooves that are on the connector there. And you just push it right in and make sure it goes all the way in. You should hear the click. Then you're done. You're ready to just insert it up in there. Okay, now when I put this back up here, I got to remember the orientation of how I had it, right? So if I remember correctly, the connector here was on the right side, and this part sticks out on the left side. So I'm going to stick it up and like this. Okay, so here you can see, we're going to put it right back in, and you got to remember the same orientation that you pulled it out at. Specifically, this part on the left here, it kind of meets up with that white plastic component there, and then everything else just goes right into place. That's where my screw is going to go, so I'll just screw it back in together. Alright, so here we are. The new motor has been installed and it's all screwed in nicely. One screw there, another screw there, and another one way in the back. The back one's the real tough one to get in. So anyway, let's give it a start up. All we have to do is just click this back into place here. That's the lower molding there for the dashboard. So let's give it a shot. Now getting back to this last piece, you can see you have 1 tab, 2 tab, 3 tabs, and they all just plug in to right there. There's one set, the other set, and the other. And you can see where it goes in. The little holes right there, so one's here, another one right in the middle, and the other one on the far side. And then see that little tongue sticking out of the back of your piece right there? He's going to plug in back there where that white plastic is with the hole in it. That's where that's going to go. Okay? Just snap it right back into place and you are done. Now that you've got it snapped back into place, you still have one screw that you want to put in there. That's your 10mm screw. So there you have it, folks. This total repair should take really no more than a half hour. It takes about 20 minutes to get the whole thing undone and out of the dashboard, and maybe the same amount of time to put it back in. So that's our secret for saving you hundreds of dollars and avoiding a trip down to the repair shop or the dealership. And the only investment here will be the part and your own time. Plus, you'll have a great sense of confidence when you're done that, hey, I did this myself. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to us. Leave your comments below, and please give us a thumbs up down below as well. And we will see you next time on the next video. Have a great day.